you? I hope you're well, and I trust and pray that you're keeping safe. Today, I want to talk to you about getting to know your team the smart way. And what I mean is just using 3 simple tips, which I believe if you apply them, will make the process less stressful and less overwhelming for you. So I'll not dive too much into the context. Let's get straight into it. This is where you've landed your dream job, you've gotten that promotion you've been praying for, or you're back from maternity leave, ladies, and things have just changed so much whilst you've been away. Tip number 1, be curious. Really put curiosity at the forefront of your interactions at this stage. Remember that all of us come with stereotypes, different beliefs, assumptions, all sorts of things that determine how we see other people. We bring these perspectives into the workplace. And so it's very important that you put these aside. So these can be stereotypes like, oh, women are much harder to work with than men, or women are just emotional. Those kind of stereotypes can actually cloud the way that you see these people that you are going to be working with. Imagine if, because of such a stereotype, you sideline somebody who could be your potential deputy team leader when you're not there, or the person that you delegate to with trust, or the person with that special skill that if a specific type of project comes along, that would be your go-to person. So put such assumptions, personal judgments, opinions, stereotypes aside. And also remember that you're trying to build a big picture of your team's abilities, their capacities, their talents, their skills, and also a picture of the culture that you are going to be immersed in pretty soon. So it's all about asking a lot of questions, but also observing through that lens of curiosity, observing how people interact with each other, how they resolve challenges, how they resolve differences of opinion, how they deal with clients, how they relate with their supervisors and their direct reports. The key thing is, as you do this, you really, really, really make an effort to put on your lens of curiosity. Tip number 2, go in with a know-nothing attitude. This is key, because going in with a kind of attitude where you think you know everything because you've got the skills, the experience, the expertise, the qualifications, yes, so do the people around you. And it's very important at this stage to remember that as much as you have all that knowledge, there's still a lot to learn. There's institutional memory that you won't have. There's context that you won't have. There are specific challenges that have happened in the past that already have solutions that you need to appreciate for you to add value. And remember that as much as you have a lot of reports, a lot of policy documents, you'll be given, resolutions from meetings to go through. That's all well and good. You can learn a lot from those, but you will learn a lot more from your colleagues. And the reason is that your colleagues are going to add the context and the historical perspective that you need to really understand the bigger picture of your role and the work that you'll be doing and the results that you're expected to deliver. Let me give you an example. Let's say I'm an expert data analyst. I'm probably one of the best, say, in my industry. If I don't appreciate the context of the data that I'm given to analyze, for example, how it has built up historically, how it sits in the data table where it's being extracted, how it's extracted, and how it's used for decision making, I may not add any value at all. So it's very important to bear this in mind, that we do come with a lot of expertise, but we must add value at the end of the day. And the last thing I want to say on this point is that when you show your colleagues that you're open to learning and even to being corrected, of course, in a respectful way, it makes it easier for you to ask help when you're stuck, and for you to genuinely ask a question when you don't understand what's going on. And the bonus is that your colleagues will volunteer and will be very happy to help you out. Tip number 3, be yourself. There's no need to put on an act, because guess what? Acts are for the stage, and you cannot stay on the stage forever. At some point, you're going to have to go backstage, take off the mask, and just be yourself. So this is a great opportunity and a great time for you to show your team members who you really are. And it's not just a blanket kind of reveal everything and show everybody who you are, but it is really about letting your team get to know what your values are, what your expectations are. It's an opportunity for you to set boundaries. For example, if you're in a meeting and a colleague tells a joke that you find offensive, maybe it's racist or sexist, and you really don't appreciate it, it's a chance for you to express that displeasure in the meeting if you're given the floor. I don't appreciate that joke. I don't find it funny because it's offensive to these people or this group of people, and I'd really appreciate it if such jokes were not told in my presence. Simple. Be respectful about it. State the points without emotion. If you don't get a chance during the meeting, you can approach the chair outside of the meeting and give them the same message. You set a boundary, and people will know that we cannot cross these boundaries with him or with her. So those are my 3 tips. Thank you so much for watching. Please take care and stay safe. And don't forget to follow and subscribe.